in every way.
Hey guys, it's Natalie. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a book review for you guys, and I am so sorry also that this is going up a day late. I was gone all weekend and didn't have any time to do homework, so I didn't have time to film or edit. So hopefully you guys can understand that and you guys are cool with this going up a day late. But hopefully you guys enjoy. This is the second book review I'm doing ever. I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. So the book I'm going to be reviewing for you guys is The Things You Can See Only When You Slow Down by Haemin Sunim. And this book is so amazing. I think that people, especially young adults, like late teens, early 20s, should really invest in personal growth books. I don't know why people are afraid to purchase them, and I feel like a lot of times people just feel like they don't need them, like they can figure things out on their own. But honestly, these books serve, if not to actually help you out of something, they just serve as great reminders and just little important notes in your life to tell you and to remind you to slow down, or to think of yourself, or to think about your priorities and where you want to go and how you want to achieve the life that you dream of. And I feel like people need to not be so afraid of these kinds of books because they are really so life-changing, and if nothing else, I think they give you a new perspective on how you see yourself and the world around you. Haemin Sunim is a Buddhist monk, and he basically has written this book, and it was so widely popular. It was also written in several other languages and made it all around Asia, and also made it to, I believe, France, or at least I know that it was also translated into French, and now it is in English. And I actually originally listened to the audiobook just because I drive back and forth to school all the time, and so I figured audiobooks would be perfect, and this was so inspiring to me. This book, in my opinion, is like a mix of Marie Kondo's The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up and Greg McKeown's Essentialism, The Disciplined Pursuit of Less. It's like both of those combined into one, and it's just so amazing. And so basically, the way that this book is set up essentially is that there is one or two little mini essays at the beginning of each chapter, as well as a lot of different smaller quotes. And I'm gonna read off some of my favorite ones for you guys so you guys can get an idea. If we know how to be content, we can relax our endless striving and welcome serenity. If we know how to be content, we can enjoy the time we have with the person next to us. If we know how to be content, we can make peace with our past and let go of our baggage. When you have to make an important decision, don't lose sleep over it. Just take the special medicine called time and wait. Your subconscious will search for the answer. 2 days later, or 3, the answer will dawn on you as you wake up, as you're taking a shower, or talking to a friend. Put your faith in your subconscious mind and give yourself time. Okay, and one of my all-time favorites from this book is this one. Life is like jazz. Much of it is improvised. We cannot control all the variables. We must live it with panache and flair, regardless of what it throws at us. The Things You Can Only See When You Slow Down is split into 8 different categories. The first chapter is about rest and about slowing yourself down and taking time to actually stop and say, okay, right now I'm going to reflect on my life and how I've been doing and where I want to be going. And that is so important because it is so easy to just go, 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 go and not take time for yourself, and not take time just to calm down your mind and to slow down your thought processes and be able to really look at the world. The next chapter, chapter 2, is on mindfulness. And this, obviously, if you don't know what mindfulness is essentially about living in the present and living in the moment and just being aware of how you feel and about how you're interacting with the world around you. And I think this is something that's also really important because it's really, really easy to get stuck in your head, and it's really, really, really easy to let your emotions just overwhelm you and not be in control of them. And something that I really want to work on for myself personally is being more self-aware, and so mindfulness is so essential to me on that journey. So that's just something else that I think is really important when it comes to slowing down. The third chapter is about passions, and it's about not so much finding passions, but cultivating them and finding things you like and really putting in the time and effort to devote yourself to them and to work towards growing those passions and nurturing them. And I think that's a really important thing because people always say, oh, follow your passion, or like do what you're passionate about, but sometimes it's hard to differentiate between something you enjoy doing and something you truly love. love. And so I think this is another really important step in someone's journey towards discovering their passions, if that makes sense. And I think another important note about your passions is you don't have to be all-knowing when it comes to what you love. It's okay to have more to learn. In fact, that's, I think, what makes passion so great, is there's always more to learn and there's always something to improve upon. And so I think that's another really important thing that people tend to forget. And so that's another thing that this book touches on that I think is really, really important. So the 4th chapter is about relationships, whether it be romantic or platonic or about your family, just the importance of maintaining good relationships and getting rid of anything that's toxic that you don't need in your life. So the 5th chapter also touches on the idea of love and loving the world around you and being appreciative of what you have, kind of similar to gratitude but not quite, more so loving things for what they are. And it's okay if something isn't grand and perfect and beautiful. The fact that you care about it means that it's special, and it's special enough. And that is good enough. Chapter 6 touches on the idea of life and that people have different perspectives, and that's okay. And because of these perspectives and the way people view certain things, be it what other people do or what you do, they may not always like you and they may not always be that interested in you. They may just ask how you're doing because they're curious or they're bored or they don't know how to carry on the conversation, and that's kind of just life. Like, you can't be mad at them for not boosting your ego all the time because they have their own business to attend to. And it's really important just to kind of remove yourself from that ego and just that generally egocentric aspect of ourselves and be okay with that and just live life and just exist, you know? Chapter 7 touches on the future and the idea that little things can make a big difference. If you are willing to put yourself out there and encourage someone else to follow their dreams, there's a bigger chance that they'll actually do that because they know that they have someone behind them that is willing to support that, despite it maybe being unusual, or their parents may not approve of it, or their parents may not care for that career path for them. The fact that you're willing to support them makes a big difference, and it's really important to acknowledge the fact that the little things you say and do can have a really big impact on someone and the choices they make going forward. And that goes both ways. So you can have a big impact on others and other people can have a big impact on you. You are the culmination of the people you surround yourself with. So if you want to grow into a certain kind of person or just to be a better version of yourself, surround yourself with people that inspire you and that motivate you to be the kind of person that you want to be. Then chapter 8 is about spirituality and the importance of just accepting others and knowing that whether you believe in a higher power or you don't, that you respect other people and you respect other people's beliefs and that everything is interrelated. And the idea that all things are one and all things belong to the same universe. And so there's no need for that separation, and especially for grievances against other people because of those separations or differences in beliefs, because in the end we're all just kind of walking each other home, you know? There's no set truth, there's no set way to view the world that is 100% correct. There's modifications and there's perspectives and there's subjectivity, and that's great and that's okay, and that's part of being a completely complex human being. So it just reminds you to keep that in mind. And basically, throughout the entirety of this super awesome book, it just really touches on all of these different ideas and helps you to look at all aspects of your life and the important things that really matter at the end of the day. This is such a great book and just a nice reminder to check in with yourself and see that you're living the way you want to be living, you're acting the way you want to be acting, and you're surrounding yourself with people you want to be surrounding yourself with. This was the perfect book for me to stumble across and the perfect book to read right now in my life. So I'm so grateful that I found this just out of the blue. I definitely give this probably like 4.5 or 5 out of 5 stars, honestly. It's so good. It's definitely going on my favorites shelf. And I will definitely be rereading this when I need that notice to slow down a little bit. Thank you guys so much for watching this review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.